Why, you might wonder, does Ebenezer Scrooge, the protagonist of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, disdain Christmas so much? What led him to become so bitter, so miserly, so devoid of holiday cheer? Today we take a deep dive into the life and times of Ebenezer Scrooge, a man whose name has become synonymous with being a killjoy, especially during the festive season. As a child, Scrooge was left alone at a boarding school over the Christmas holidays. His father, a stern and unloving man, had no room in his heart for his son during the season of giving. This cold, lonely childhood shaped Scrooge's future, setting him on a path of isolation and avarice. As a young man, Scrooge fell in love with a woman named Belle. However, his growing obsession with wealth led to their relationship's demise. Belle believed Scrooge's love for money had replaced his love for her, leading her to end their engagement. This loss further hardened Scrooge's heart. As an adult, Scrooge's love for money grew stronger, making him a wealthy but unhappy man. He neglected his employees, refusing to give them a day off even on Christmas. His only companion was his wealth, and his only joy was counting his gold. However, a visit from 3 spirits on Christmas Eve changed everything. The ghost of Christmas past reminded Scrooge of his lonely childhood and lost love. The ghost of Christmas present showed Scrooge the joyous Christmas celebrations he was missing out on, while the ghost of Christmas future presented a grim prediction of Scrooge's lonely death. These visits were a wake-up call for Scrooge. He realized that his wealth could not bring him happiness and that his miserly ways had left him isolated. He felt remorse for his past actions and made a decision to change his ways. Starting from that Christmas morning, Scrooge began to transform. He became generous, kind, and started to enjoy life. He treated his employees well, helped the poor, and even became a second father to his employee's son, Tiny Tim. Scrooge was no longer the same man who had scorned Christmas. He was a man who had learned to appreciate the true essence of the holiday. Scrooge's transformation teaches us several valuable lessons. It reminds us that it's never too late to change our ways. It teaches us to value relationships over wealth, to be generous, and to appreciate the joy that comes from giving. Most importantly, it shows us the importance of embracing the spirit of Christmas, a time for love, kindness, and generosity. So the next time you hear about Scrooge, remember his journey. Remember how he transformed from a cold-hearted miser to a man who loved Christmas. And remember the lessons that his story teaches us, because they are not just for Christmas, but for every day of the year.